Hello guys, Nika Vegan / Nika Banana Rider. So I'm going to show you my big, beautiful ears because so many of you have been saying you have massive ears. And I'm like, yeah, they're a little bit big, but I don't think they're massive. And even if they are, you know what? That's what this video is about, owning what you got, because confidence is what's sexiest to women and to men. So many of you guys out there asking how to be more confident. Maybe you're not the most attractive guy in the room. And honestly, that doesn't matter, because if every guy that was more attractive than you, if every guy were to be wiped out, or they just turned into the ugliest man around, then guess what? Your confidence would automatically skyrocket. It's crazy how that works, right? Crazy how that works. So you definitely want to be a confident man to attract women, because confidence is what we women tend to look for in a man. Not all women, but 99% of women want a confident person in their life. So when you're out and about, the first thing that women notice is your posture. So if you're walking into a room and you're looking down at the floor and you're hunchback and you are avoiding eye contact, that immediately, boom, puts you down the bottom of the barrel, because you are not portraying that confidence, unfortunately. So you want to keep in mind, tip number one, whenever you're walking into a room, whenever you're walking anywhere, it doesn't matter if it's a grocery store, you never know who you'll run into there. Doesn't matter if it's a grocery store, you want to appear to be confident, and that includes keeping a straight back and walking with a purpose. Doesn't mean speed walking. That makes you seem as if you're rushed, and you definitely don't want to be going super slow either. But walk with a purpose, know what you're doing, and go do it while keeping your eyes, in front of you. And walking with a posture, a good posture also makes you look taller, so that's also a plus for men and women out there. Number two, you definitely want to engage in eye contact. And I'm not saying this kind of eye contact where you're creeping on the female forever and ever. You want to have natural eye contact, which would be natural in really any conversation. Because any human, when you are having a conversation with them and they're not looking at you in the eyes, then you automatically feel as if they are not paying attention to you. And that is a turn off as well. Okay? Step number three, you want to not talk too much, because a lot of men feel this pressure, and it actually shows how self-conscious you are when you begin rambling about the things that you have, such as homes, land, territory, jobs, money in the bank. And maybe 1 woman out of 50 is actually attracted to this, because she benefits from it technically. But even if it were to work on that 1 woman out of 50, why would you want to even date that person? That's just low. And it also shows, like I said, how self-conscious you are. So you definitely don't want to talk too much. My other tip is feel free to touch, of course, depending on how the woman is, because there are some people who are very nitpicky with that. But personally for me, and I'm saying this personally because as a caveat, because I know a lot of women out there like, don't touch me. They're really nitpicky. You have to be somewhat careful in 2017 because people are so sensitive. But personally for me, it is quite a turn off when a guy asks me if he can hold my hand. It's quite a turn off if a guy asks me if he can kiss me. So I think you should just go for it. Worst comes to worst, if you're getting too close to her face, she's obviously going to say no. Worst comes to worst, if you start touching her hand, she's going to say, please don't. But just go for it, because that just makes you seem like a go-getter. So keep those tips in mind, guys. Remember, stand tall, maintain eye contact, and just be a go-getter. Be a go-getter, because with time, the more you practice this, the more you become more confident in general. And my last tip is, don't be afraid of failure. Do not be afraid of rejection. The more times you fail, the more times you get rejected, the more used to it you get. And that's actually a good thing, even though it sounds bad, because now you are just a man who has more practice, and the more practice that you get, the more confident you become, and the less afraid you become of being rejected, which is also a plus. So bye guys, I hope you enjoyed my tip, and I hope you stand tall, long, and gorgeous at the supermarket. I'll be seeing you guys there. Love you.